Hey guys, I am so excited to be here. Today is December 1st, so it's first Sunday, but it's also my birthday, December 1st. So we're going to dive in, and this episode is going to be hot because the first question I want to ask you is this: why were you born? For what purpose did you come here? Now, we know why Jesus came because in Matthew 1:21, it tells us, "She will bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sin." And so, my question to you, and it's a question I've had to ask myself as well: why did I come here? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the birth of Jesus Christ as a metaphor for personal growth, for renewal, and for the celebration of life. And what I want to do, I want to inspire you to use your own birthday as a journey of purpose and divine timing. So let's just go ahead and dive in. Because when I was studying for this episode, I saw that the birth of Jesus was a symbol of new beginnings. And how many times, every year, as a matter of fact, before January rolls around, we're always making the New Year's resolutions. We're always talking about new beginnings. But this is what I want you to consider. When we think about the birth of Jesus, we see it as a symbol of new beginnings, a new covenant. And what I got out of all of this in terms of the process of his birth was this. His birth was such it was filled with such humble yet extraordinary circumstances of him being born in Bethlehem. Not only born in Bethlehem, but a manger, and became the cradle for King of Kings. And I just think that is magnificent because, listen, the simplicity of his arrival didn't diminish his significance. As a matter of fact, it magnified his significance. And so when I was reflecting on my birthday, I want you to consider this for yourself. Does your birthday represent for you your divine purpose, regardless of how it began? And so what humble beginnings in your life have prepared you for your purpose, have prepared you for your greatness? Because a lot of times we look at how we got here. We look at our beginnings as a way to determine how we move through life, as a way to determine how we set our goals, what we can achieve, what we can become, how we can whether leave or not leave our mark on this earth. But I want you to understand that regardless of your beginnings, regardless of how humble your beginnings were, that does not depict your end. How you started is not necessarily how this thing is going to end, because there's so many lessons that we can get from the nativity for your personal journey. Because there's some things that you have to consider when you set out to create new beginnings, or you set out to, create more so a metaphor of a new birth for your life. Because if you're not happy and pleased with how things have been going for you in the past, and you are now in this present moment, listen, you can decide to create a change anytime you make the decision. And first, what you have to pack with you, just like Jesus did, faith in your journey. Pack with you faith when you walking into this new chapter, when you're walking into this new purpose. Once you have decided that it's time for a change, Understand this. We read when I was reading the story of Jesus' birth, Mary and Joseph, their journey to Bethlehem, it was filled with uncertainty. Yet they trusted the process. When we decide that a change has to happen, that it's time to be about our business of why we came here, there's going to be so much uncertainty. I'm in that state of uncertainty right now. And I'm sure if you're thinking about making a change or moving your life forward, there's so many what ifs. And that's okay. But understand you don't have to have the answers to all the what if. All you have to do is have faith in the journey and understand the power of small beginnings. Jesus' earthly parents, Mary and Joseph, they had faith in their journey. The birth of Jesus was unnoticed by most people. You talk about small beginnings, yet his small beginning changed the entire world. He set this world in a whole new course, offered such hope, such confidence in how beautiful their lives could be. What I want you to do is begin to celebrate your own small but significant steps towards your dream. I'm not saying the journey is going to be easy. I'm not saying there's not going to be times when you feel like just going back, because that's back is what's comfortable. But we've got to start to be uncomfortable with being comfortable. We've got to start that. That's the only way we move forward. So I want you to consider in this new chapter, this next chapter of your life, of celebrating your birthday, have faith in your journey. Trust the process and understand and embrace the power of small beginnings. I once read that big things have small beginnings, and that is seen in the birth of Jesus Christ. I'm sure if you reflect back on your life, when you made a decision to make something happen, and you probably didn't have the tools or the knowledge, but yet still you kept going, and along the way, clues was left for you. You know, success leaves clues, and we just have to learn to follow the clues. And the last thing in that department is divine timing. Yeah, I want it to happen when I want it to happen. And I know you want it to happen when you want it to happen. But guess what? There's a thing called earthly timing. There's a thing called my timing, your timing, and then there's God's timing. My mama would say it all the time. You know, I'm going to leave it in the Lord's hand. I'm going to trust God's timing. Understand that Jesus' birth was prophesied long before it happened. Understand that you came here in conception, before you even came to this side, when you were conceived in your mother's womb. Whatever, all that you needed was already in you. But when you came when you were born into this world, the experiences that you had, the journeys that you had, is what drew what was already in you out. This earth just develops us. It doesn't give us what we need. Everything, first of all, everything we need is already here. But more importantly, everything we need is already inside of us. We came here with it. And our earth experience just allows us to draw it out of us and put it into the world to serve the purpose, to bring into fruition the purpose in which we came. And so when you think about the fact that divine timing is everything, think back on your life on how many times things just unfolded in your life, even when you didn't expect it, even when you didn't believe that it would happen. I know when I look back on my life, I didn't understand certain experiences I was having or certain situations I found myself in. But in retrospect, after it had passed, I realized that my life unfolded and the things in my life unfolded at the right time. So it's not, we think it's our timing because we're living the experience, but there's always a force, a guiding force, um, an invisible hand, so to speak, that guides us in the right direction. And I declare when I look back, and I can assure you, if you look back on yours, you see where that invisible hand was guiding you go left when you wanted to go right. To hold back and to step back when you wanted to move forward. We're always protected. There's always that force of protection that surrounds us. And the third thing I want you to recognize is this, that your birth, look at it as a new chapter. Your birth is a new chapter. And what we have to learn to do is to express gratitude with every new chapter, with every experience. Because when we express gratitude for our journey, our challenges don't seem so hard. And our triumphs keep us level, it keeps us balanced. It's that gratitude that keeps us centered. So don't lose focus of being grateful for your challenges or grateful for your triumphs, because it's the gratitude that will keep you grounded in your triumphs. And it's your gratitude that will pull you up with your challenges. And so I want to encourage you to look at, as I'm looking at for my birthday, December 1st, I got to do a little shameless plug for myself, is that I'm using it as a time of reflection. I'm using it as a time of renewal and a time to recommit to my purpose. And listen, I don't care if your birthday was at the beginning of the year, January, middle of the year, July, or even December. You can always take time to reflect. Always take time to renew your spirit, your soul, your outlook, your attitude, how you move through life, how you bless other people, how you engage with other people, and recommit to your purpose. That is what's going to bring you joy. That is what's going to keep you excited and give you a reason to wake up every day with joy. What can I accomplish today? Don't lose sight of your purpose. And if you feel like you don't know what it is, then just ask God. Pray and ask God to show you your purpose so that you can fulfill the reason you came here. And let's always encourage one another. Let's use your birthday. For those who are born in this month, use your birthday as a moment to celebrate your journey and the journey of others. And set the intention of what you want to see come about for you in the new year. Because us December babies, listen, now is the time to set all of our intentions for what we want to see happen in the next 12 months until our birthday rolls around again. So, if you got to write this down, I'm going to do a little recap, and I want you to write these key lessons down from the birth of Jesus and apply it to your earthly birth. And that is to trust your journey. Trust your journey. It is not designed to harm you, but to give you hope. To give you hope for a future that's already yours. And honor your small beginnings. Do not shy away from small beginnings, love. Honor your small beginnings and embrace your divine timing. Embrace it, because it will give you assurance. when things aren't moving as fast as you want it to move. Okay? And I want you to use this month, the month of December, to reflect on your life, celebrate your new goals and your ideas, and celebrate this new chapter that you find yourself going into, because it's all good. It is all good. You know, you have your past self, you have your right now self, and then is your future self. And I promise you, your future self is telling you, don't worry about it. All the things you're wasting precious time on in the present moment, worrying about the future, those things never even happen. Listen to that future self. The table has already been prepared for you. And your past self, that little girl that's um that's inside of you, honor that little girl, because she is rooting for you. She's saying, look at yourself now. I don't care if you've only achieved a certain amount of goals. Your little girl inside of you is rooting for you. She said, look at us, look at what we've done. And she's excited for what else is to come. Continue to give birth to your new goals. Celebrate your ideas, celebrate your new chapters, and walk confidently in your purpose with faith and with courage. And so, here's the point. You came here with a purpose, just as Jesus came here with a purpose. And you were named for that purpose. That purpose came with you. Whatever experience you're going through in life, whether it's challenges or triumphs or you're just feeling neutral, understand that's all a part of your journey to help shape you and mold you and get ready for your next. So don't let anything discourage you. Don't let anything stop you. And as a matter of fact, I'm working on a community right now that I'm going to bring women together in a community in which we can encourage one another, in which we can support one another, in which we can offer suggestions, sharing our stories with one another to build one another up. And if you'd like to, know more about it, then just comment new chapter, and I'll make sure that you get further information about the community. But the bottom line is, don't give up on your journey. Keep the faith. And if you keep the faith, I'm going to keep bringing the inspiration. And so until next time, I want you to believe in yourself like I believe in you. I'll talk with you soon. Okay? Bye.